Tripura is one of the 7 states in the northeastern part of India. It is bounded on the north, west, south, and southeast by Bangladesh, and in the east has a common boundary with Assam and Mizoram. It is believed that the name of the state originated from Tripura Sundari, the presiding deity of the land, which is famous as one of the 51 pathos of Hindu pilgrims. Apart from this traditional view, it is believed that originally the land was known as Tripura, meaning a land adjoining water. In the past, the boundaries of Tripura were extended up to the Bay of Bengal when its rulers held sway from Garo Hills to Arakan. The history of Tripura as an administrative unit dates back to the days of Maharajas when the territory was a native state. Green valleys, wide fields, dense forest, high hills, long-range rivers were attracted indigenous people of various ethnic communities to migrate in Tripura. Major tribal groups in Tripura are Tripuri, Riyang, Jamatia, Nuatia, Mok, Chakma, Halam, Kuki, and Desai. Besides, there are many sub-tribes. From long past including tribals, Tripura has an excellent mixed culture among the communities like Bengalis, Manipuris, Muslim, Christian, and have religious integrity.
The ethnic group KALAI is one of the prominent hill tribes. There were also aboriginal tribes of Tripura. They have been living in Tripura from time immemorial. They were known as Halam. It was because they were included in the Halam community. If we see closely, we could see that there are 18 classes or the fastes in the Halam community, such as KALAI, Kulung, Karbong, Kaireng, Chorai, Saimar, Dap, Thangachev, Sakichev, Navin, Bongcher, Malsam, Morchakung, Rangkwal, Rupini, Langai, Langlu, and Kaipeng. The KALAI is, therefore, one of them. The KALAI is ethnologically and linguistically similar to that of Tripuri, Jamatia, Nuatia, Riyangs, etc. The matrimonial relationships with other subgroups of Halam are very few. Rather, there is no war to establish any matrimonial relationship with the Tripuri. The folk tales, proverbs, riddles prevailing in the KALAI community have much similarity with the Tripuri. However, in early days, it was also believed that long time ago, KALAIs were in the ethnic group of Molsum. This was because they used to speak Molsum dialect, live with the Molsum. Knowing Molsum dialect was mandatory for them. But, as a matter of fact, they had separate dialect, Kokborok, the dialect of Tripuri. Since they have been living in the midst of Halam ethnic group from time immemorial, it was believed that they also belonged to Halam ethnic group. The KALAI word is believed to have been derived from the word Kulu, which means soft-minded. Some people believe that KALAI was derived from the word Kol, meaning spears. Some people believe that the homeland of KALAI was Kurpuithabum, which was the homeland of Halam. The land is situated in the north hills of Manipur. Again, some believe that they had migrated from the homeland of Thangachi, the homeland of Kuki. Some believe that they came from Nagain Pakoli Taisa, but there is no any historical fact. Some old KALAIs believe that they had migrated from Chittagong hill tracts. Whatever it may be, the beliefs, the KALAIs are also indigenous ethnic group of Tripura. Now, the question arises, are they Kukis or Halams? In the book Rules and Customs of the KALAI Society, the KALAI are said to be one of 12 subgroups of the Halam. As to the identity of the Halam, This may be mentioned here that in ancient times, whole of Tripura was under the control of Kirat or Kuki. Rajmala has also supported this. The kings of Tripura, after defeating the Kirat, had established the kingdom of Tripura. If we agree to this, this may be said that there were only two aboriginal inhabitants in Tripura. One is the Tripura, another is the Kirat. The other communities found in Tripura may be subgroup or subtribe of a particular community or tribe. Later on, a large section of the Kukis were known as the Halam. This may be mentioned here that though the Kalois are not wholly offspring of the Halam, but there are some blood relations of them with the Kuki. This is known from different sources. Out of the 7 internal sections of the Kaloi, the Avel section has specially blood relation with the Kuki. People of this section residing at Taidubari of Amarpur subdivision were originally Kukis, but their forefathers lived in a Kaloi village and gradually their descendants have become Kaloi group of the Halam community and now they are known as Kalois.
অ্যাকচুয়ালি কলহিনী কোনো বিচ্ছিন্ন জাতি গোষ্ঠীয়া এটা মঙ্গোলীয় ট্রাইবস মঙ্গোলীয় ট্রাইব নিতন সিটংখানা যতন এটা সেই চীন থেকে ভাইয়াব হুয়াংহু এবং ইয়াং সিকিয়াং যেখানে মিলিমানি আও বোপরা থেকে যে জাতি গোষ্ঠীনি কালচার সংস্কৃতি আছে থেকে ব্রাউন মঙ্গোলীয় জাতি গোষ্ঠী হিসাবে পরিচিত বেটিসাব অ্যাকচুয়ালি চিনি কলরানি বিসিং লিখিত তো এমন করে অশিক্ষিত বরবা বুচুক বুরানি থেকে কক সালাयै যেটা বাইরং মানি এটা দোয়া পান্থনি ফাইও সং নি এটা চিনি বিসিং রসামুং কাউসাই থেকে সং আপনো বাইর খাইটা সেই দোয়া পান্থর বজাগাও আমি ঋতু খাখলাই সোমবার মালাবনি রাজানি আর মহারাজ ত্রিপুরানি মহারাজ কিরবিক্রম থিয়া কাপর বিনথানি একটা ম্যাপ নোখা ও মায়ানমার সেই জাতীয় এটা অকলাই কলের যেবে ফাঁকলাই ঠিক নিনি মানে আপনার আবো মেয়াবো চুনুক জাগো রিয়াং দেশ নেই নুক জাগো যেটা দোয়া পান ফাটমানি আরো থেকে কলেরাও আবো ফাইকা কারণ কলেরা খুব ছোট জাতি একটা ব্রাঞ্চ বা ফাইবার তাম ঘর ত্রিপুরা ব্যাংক হাফাই মানে তাবো বর্তমান ত্রিপুরা ব্যাংক হাফাই মানে বড় সেই ফেনিটি ক্রস খাইयै সাব্রুমতুই হাফাইयो সাব্রুমতুই হাফানি পরে কারণ বড় জায়গাও বসতি খাইকা পরবর্তী সময় বড় ফাই লাউগাঁও বসতি খাইফাইকা লাউগাঁও মিন্স বিলুনিয়া ডিভিশন মুহুরি চর যেটা এই আরণ্য বসতি স্থাপন খাইফাইকা আরো থেকে ফাই বড় ফাই কথা কারণ আবং কাদমি শিফটিং কাল্টিভেশন লে হুক খাইমাবা একটা জায়গাও তংয়া বড় আর এক বছর খাইকা আমরাতে একটা বছর খাইকা এবং 3 মানে কমপক্ষে 3 বছর আবনো আবাদি খিলাই তোনা নাং তারপর তো আরো হুক খাই মানে কিন্তু আসলে তো 3 বছর খাই আরো তোনা নাইয়া মানে যেখানে বলং মাংখা আর হাওই হুক খাইকা আকোখা কারণ শিফটিং যেটা কাল্টিভেশন এই মুহুরিনি পরে যেটা চীনার তাবো পর্যন্ত তথ্য তমানি কাকলাই আম পরে ফাইবরা উদয়পুর বসতি স্থাপন খাইফিকা উদয়পুর মানে এই যে খিলপাড়া হিন্দি উদয়পুর আশপাশ যেটা তাবো বর্তমান মাতাবাড়ি হিন্দি তারপর যেখানে নিনি গচ্ছি হিন্দি কালাব হিন্দি আজ কলেরাও বসতি স্থাপন খাইকা আরো ঠিক এখানে তামকা নিনি পরবর্তী সময় এখানে বড় নিনি এই যে নোয়াবাড়ি যেটা তাবো পাড়া কাটাল মানি কিল্লা উদয়পুর আরো ফাইকা আরো থেকে সবিকা বড় আরো থেকে নিনি লাইলাক অংলাক হ্যাঁ এইভাবে বর্মুরানি পাদদেশ যত এরিয়াও থাকেন বড় সরে সিটিক লাইখা
Now, their physique. The Kalois are well-built physique, but medium stature, flat face and nose, straight hair, facial hair scanty, coarse and oblique eye with epicantic fold. Skin color is normally fair. Places of choice. The Kalois do not love to live in the highlands like other Halam groups. They love to live in the plain areas like Tripuri and that too near the streams in the low-lying land areas. Classification of clans. The Kalois are divided into 7 clans or groups. They are Waplom, Wakbur, Rujgui, Bukang, Abel, Kusu, Chorai, Waplom. The population of this group is the largest. It is known from the old people that they are very neat and clean, and their complexion is as white as Waplom of bamboo. The word Waplom is derived from the two Kokborok. Wa means bamboo and Waplom means the white portion in bamboo. Regarding Waplom, it is said in Kokborok, Wa Waplom, Sakkufur Hinui Hinjago. Secondly, Wagbur. They are very fond of traveling by yacht, meaning rest. It was believed that they entered into Tripura on bamboo raft. Thus, they are known as Wagbur. The word Wagbur is derived from two Kokborok. Wak means bamboo and Bur means raft. Then comes Rizgui. Their place is third as per population. They are very expert to adjust themselves with other neighboring people, and so they are called Rizgui. Rizgui is derived from the Kokborok word Rikthar, means imitate. They can imitate others very easily. It was also believed that other communities had also merged to Kaloi through this clan. Bukang. The people of this section are very strong and stout, and they can consume much food. So they are also called Chakrak. One pea vegetable, locally known as Baikang, means mild intoxicating, is principal vegetable to them. Therefore, they are known as Bukang. Abel. It was believed that most of this section has come from the Kuki community. Abel is derived from the Kokborok word Avisha, means child. Earlier, the number was very little, but in course of time, it had increased to many folds. Then comes Kusu. The number of this section is very few and negligible. And lastly comes Chorai. The number of this section is also very few in the KALAI community. At present, many of the KALAI use the title Shing, though Maharaja has permitted to use this title to the whole group of Halam community. But then, only the KALAI had started using this title. As there is no use of any suitable title in Bok among the different subgroup of the Halam as to identify themselves saving their clan's name. It is therefore ordered that henceforth the people belonging to different subgroup of the Halam may use Singh title. As for example, now the man who identify himself as Ramchandra Kaloi would identify himself as Ramchandra Singh, or more distinctly Ramchandra Kaloi Singh. The language and social custom of the Kaloi go against the hypothesis of taking the Kaloi as subgroup of the Halam. Among the other subgroups mentioned in the books, none but the Rupini group is found to have linguistically similar with the Kaloi. Rather, much linguistic similarity is found with other than the Halam groups like the Tripuris, the Jamatiyas, and the Nuatia, etc. Among the tribal communities, the Tripuri, the Riyang, the Nuatia, the Jamatia, the Rupini, the Kaloi, the Uchui, and the Murasing, these 8 tribal groups belong to a single language family. The language they easily